Her name is Dolly. 7.
You might not be fully aware, but things are happening. In fact, it started a long time ago, and is continuously changing at a faster and faster rate. By definition, biotechnology is the utilization of biological systems and organisms to develop new products and services. Meanwhile, human enhancement means the natural or technological alteration of the human body to improve physical or mental capabilities. Then, many practices we are so familiar with actually count as biotechnology or human enhancement. Agriculture, for example, clearly fits the definition of biotech. The earliest farmers had already started to selectively breed crops and livestock with the highest yield or any other traits that were beneficial for humans. At the same time, we are also trying to improve human capabilities by various means. Cosmetics, dietary supplements, wearable electronics, medical and technological innovations have made us stronger, healthier, more fertile, more attractive, and so on. Many of us have already been enhanced beyond our natural potential. We humans sought to improve our life throughout our history, and biotech and human enhancements have always been a part of our journey. But controversies start to emerge when things get more radical. Think about how people talk about celebrities that have gone through plastic surgery. And now we're at the forefront of remarkable scientific research, where we're trying to alter life itself at its very basis. Instead of what we can do with our technology, there are some more fundamental questions to think about. If our civilization was somehow built on a history of going against nature and altering life, does that mean that this desire for utilizing life for our own good is just human nature and cannot be stopped? Even if we can do something, does that mean we should do it? Are we trying to play the role of what we call gods? Gene editing, human exoskeleton, biovirus, brain-computer interface. These emerging technologies bring great opportunities, and many of them have already made their marks. In 2013, the first cultured meat burger was tested and tasted on live television in London. Since then, many cultured meat startups have been launched, attracting hundreds of millions in investment. Now, you can even taste lab-grown meat yourself at restaurants serving novel foods. Cultured meat is a form of cellular agriculture in which animal tissues are grown by cultivating their stem cells. Meat can be produced without raising and slaughtering the animal. Besides improving animal welfare, this technology may also substantially reduce the emissions and pollution caused by cattle farming, making it a potential candidate for sustainable food production practices. Powered exoskeletons are wearable devices that provide users with extra strength, protection, and endurance. They have evolved from simple passive tools into smarter, lighter, powered units in recent years. Not only do they allow users to shift heavier loads than unaided humans, but they also help prevent repetitive strain and health problems resulted from incorrect postures, which are common in workers. These technologies have the potential to improve our quality of life, enhance our health, encourage investment and economic growth, as well as help mitigate global challenges like climate change and food security. But these opportunities lie in danger. Biotechnology and human enhancement sound very science. Why don't we start with that? Professor Stephen Hawking wrote, "Once such superhumans appear, there will be significant political problems with unimproved humans who won't be able to compete. Presumably, they will die out or become unimportant. Instead, there will be a race of self-designing beings who are improving at an ever-increasing rate. Science, along with its self-correcting mechanism, have provided us with a fair and open platform for discussion. We build up our knowledge by that over generations. When we are talking about altering and manipulating life, we must address the question, what is life? A chemical bubble that uses energy to keep itself from reaching chemical equilibrium? An entity that grows, metabolizes, reproduces, and dies? That's what science can tell us for now. But we are human beings. It's natural for us to long for a more meaningful implication for life. So altering life becomes a much more complicated issue. Current science may explain the sophisticated mechanism of cellular activity, but it has no means to reflect the full complexity of our society. Science may be able to unravel the relationship between hormone levels and emotional reactions, but it cannot capture every nuance of an individual's mind. Scientific methods alone, which emphasize empirical evidence, may be useful for telling us how effective a technology is, but they cannot tackle the crisis about what happens when some people are enhanced while some are not. Would there be more inequality? Should a clone enjoy the same rights as a normal person? What if we put human exoskeleton technology into wars? To address this complex topic involving science, society, morals, and many other aspects, we have to develop a new, inclusive, and interdisciplinary way of thinking. As an individual, due to the fact that many of these emerging technologies are still very controversial, we must learn to think critically and develop a habit of fact-checking. Before you join a heated discussion related to biotech or human enhancement, instead of spreading information from a random article put up by a content farm, try to be more responsible for what you say. At the same time, the evolution of the rules for deciding what can be done relies on collaboration among scientists, policymakers, businesses, and every one of us. We must actively reassess our strategies to adapt to new technologies and ensure that our advancements benefit society as a whole. By considering the long-term implications of our choices, we can explore biotechnology and human enhancement in a sustainable and responsible manner. The actions we take today will shape the world for the future generations.